Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Alright you guys, if you have not subscribed or liked my videos, please do that to support me. I appreciate that. And if you can, please share them out. Thank you all so much. I appreciate that. Alright you guys, today we are going to prepare my meal for this evening. We're going to prepare fried chicken. And actually I have some wingettes that we're going to fry in the Fry Daddy back here. Okay? And then we're going to cook some spinach. And I'm going to fry some cornbread. Okay? So let's just go ahead and get started, you guys. I tried to prep a little bit to kind of help out with time. Okay, so back here I do have chicken here. Okay? I've already cleaned my chicken. And I'm having it drained here in my colander. Okay, I already got the Fry Daddy on, so it's heating up now, so hopefully it'll be ready in a few minutes. So let me just go ahead and get this started with the chicken here. So I'm just going to wash my hands again real quick here in the fresh dishwater I just made. Okay, so I'm going to start with some seasoning, okay? I'm not going to put a lot of seasonings on this just because it really doesn't require a lot. I got this new seasoning here that was given to me, and it's the chicken Maggi Pollo chicken flavor bouillon, and I'm going to use that because this is really impactful. It gives a lot of flavor to your meats. Okay, and this is Creole seasoning. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that, not a lot. Okay, because it is spicy. And also black pepper. This black pepper, like I say, is potent, you guys. It's very, very potent. It's strong. So I won't use a lot of that either. Okay, and so at this point, I think what I'm going to do is go in and I'm just going to kind of toss it around to kind of mix it up, you guys, to get all those different flavors and stuff in here, to get them going and marinated together. I'm just working in my sink here just because, and my sink is clean, you guys, but because I just try not to make too much of a mess, you guys. All right. I wish you all could smell this. It smells so good. It smells really, really good. Okay, now I'm going to actually dump this over into this this clear bowl here so you have a better idea of what this looks like, okay? So, there we go. I'm going to wash this tongs. I have some more, but I didn't take them out. But I'm going to go ahead and wash this first. I think I'm going to use this just to make sure that the chicken is pushed down in the fryer there. I'm going to dry this off real quick. Alright. Alright, so I put that there. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this really well or not, but this is my chicken here. And you can see those different seasonings and stuff in that chicken there. Okay? So, and my fryer, as you can see, is ready. Okay? That green light is on. That means it's ready. I had it already heating up before we turned the camera on just to kind of get things rolling really quick. Okay? Now, here I have some all-purpose flour and I have a bowl. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour some of this in this bowl here. Okay? I'm going to pour about that much. I'm going to say about maybe 2 cups full of flour. Because you just want enough flour to kind of coat the chicken. And that's what we're doing at this point. So I'm going to go in with my tongs again. And I'm going to come back here to the counter back here. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of these wings. These are wings. And little wingettes. Okay? And I'm just going to drop some over in my flour. And at this point, I'm just going to kind of mix it up and stir. Okay, see that? I'm just coating it really well with the flour. Okay, and I am going to add a few more pieces in here because I am going to use, like I said, this Fry Daddy, and I'm going to use the large basket on the Fry Daddy. My Fry Daddy comes with a large basket and like 2 small baskets, so I am going to definitely use the large. And I'm just turning this around and mixing this up, you guys. Just try and get this chicken coated. Alright, that's good. Okay? Now at this point, I am going to come over to the Fry Daddy. Can you see me from here? From this angle?
I got you.
Thanks, babe. And now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and drop my basket. And you see the size basket I'm using, you guys? This is my large basket. I'm going to go ahead and drop the basket in. And I'm going to add my chicken. Now, I like to cook on 320 degrees on this Fry Daddy, even though the instructions said different, you guys. The instruction says I should cook chicken at I think it says 365, but it's too dark. The chicken comes out too brown when I do that. So I found that on 320 degrees, it cooks really nicely. So that's what I'm doing. Okay? Looks like that's enough. Maybe one more can fit in. Alright, you guys. So at this point, I am going to go ahead and put the top on that. Now, okay, I forgot what time it says to put that chicken on. It gives a timer, but I don't use it, like I said, because it's going for 365 degrees. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put this on about, I'm going to put it on about a good 6 minutes, you guys, and then I'll come back and check that, okay? So, in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and start, let me put this to the back here. I'm going to go ahead and start with my spinach, okay? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and crank this up to maybe about 3 or 4, okay? And actually, I'm going to put it on 3 because I do want this to kind of cook a little bit slow. I have some sliced smoked jaws here, hog jaws. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here. Can I see you there?
We got you.
Okay. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get about, how many pieces you want, baby?
Probably about 2.
2 pieces? Yeah. Okay, so he wants 2 pieces. So I'm going to take 2 of these. And I'm going to rinse them off. Okay, just like that. Take my paper towel. Then I'm just going to blot it dry. Now you guys, I know like on the Food Network and stuff, they say that you really wasting your time when you know, rinsing your meats or washing your meat or cleaning your meat, because all the bacteria and stuff goes down in the sink and you're not washing away bacteria. But I prefer to clean it, and we like it better when we clean the meat. And what we do is just make sure that we clean our sink area, the area that we, you know, washed it in. We make sure that we clean it really good and disinfect it. And we're usually using some kind of Clorox or something. Now, I won't use this thing to put nothing in it as far as using it again or whatever, because I know that's where I cleaned my chicken over here on this side. So I know I need to you know, clean that up really good. All right, you guys. So I got the chicken going, and I have the hog jaws going, and I just want to fry them up because what we want to do is get some of that oil off of that, because that's what's going to make your vegetables really good. Okay, so we'll just let that hang out and cook a little bit. Okay, so in the meantime, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and bread up some more of this chicken here. So that when the other comes out, this will be ready to go in. Alright, put a few more pieces in here, you guys. Alright, so we'll just wait on that. Now over here, I do have a pan that I have ready with some paper towels, lined with paper towels, and that's what I'm going to put the chicken in once it's ready. So I'll put that there. Okay, now while all that is cooking and so forth, what I'm going to do is go ahead and start working on my onion here. I have an onion that I'm going to add to the spinach. So I'm going to take my knife here. I'm going to go ahead and chop this down. I hope I don't cry, y'all. I usually cry. Onions usually make me cry, so I'm going to try to get this done. Maybe if I try and get it done quickly, maybe I'll be alright. I think I'm going to give another chop. Uh-oh. I think I feel it coming, babe. Alright, so I got my onions there, okay? Awesome. Get this little piece here. Alright. So I got my onion chopped. This is going to be a really simple and quick meal, you guys. Like I say, I've gotten off work. See, my light is on, you guys. It's 36 seconds, okay? And the light is saying that the chicken is ready. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to check this to make certain that it is ready. And this chicken is not ready. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay? But that is definitely not ready, okay? So, I'm going to put this lid back on. Okay. And my timer is going to go off, and I'm going to go ahead and reset this timer for maybe about another 4 minutes. Okay? Alright, so what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and reset that and go ahead and get the hog jaws, go ahead and get that browned, okay, you guys? So I won't keep you guys on this, because all it does is just extend the video. So, you guys, I'll be right back. Hey, you guys, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, my timer actually just went off, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready to take this chicken out here. And also, I added, I don't know if you can see this. Let me pick it up. I added that cast iron piece there on top of that bacon, on top of that hog jaw, just to go ahead and get it to kind of lay flat for me. So that's what I did there, and that's actually ready. So I'm just going to turn that off for now. Okay, so over here, my chicken timer, like I said, has gone off. So now I'm just going to pick this up at this point. I'm going to go ahead and let that oil drain off there. Just help it out a bit, shake it a little bit. Okay? And I'm going to actually pour it over into my pan that's lined with the paper towel. Okay? Now I'm going to go in with this next batch. I've dropped my basket already, and I'm going to go ahead in with the other wingettes. Some of them are wings and drumettes, so. Okay. There we go. That's good. So, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put my cover back on. And this time, you guys, I'm going to let it go on for maybe about, I'm going to try 7 minutes, okay? Now, I know the last time I let it go for about a good 10 minutes or what have you, but I do like to go in and take a look at what's going on in there to make certain that it's not, you know, burning or anything. So, it'll probably be 10 minutes total, but I do want to go in and check in on it around 7. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and take this hog jaw out here. Okay? Hope you can see that, but that's it there, okay? And you see all that oil and stuff? That's what you want from that, okay? And that's what's here in this skillet, okay? See, now at this point, I don't have to add any olive oil or anything to this at this point because I already have some oil in there or seasoning, okay? So, you guys, I have some baby spinach here, organic baby spinach. I've already opened this, you guys. I've already, you know, cleaned it, rinsed it real good, and I have it drained in here in my colander. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn my burner back up, you guys. Put it on maybe about a good 7, and that's not gonna take long to cook at all. And you all know that spinach is going to wilt down to nothing, right? Okay. But I did use a large container of this, but I already know it's going to look down to nothing, and that's going to be more than enough for us to eat for my family. Okay, so this burner is still warm from cooking the hog jaw. So what I'm going to do at this point, I am going to go ahead and add in the onions to this skillet. So you can tell it's still hot because it's got that sizzle when I put it in. So there we go. Okay, so I am gonna go in and do a little bit of seasoning. I like to you know, when I'm cooking the vegetables and stuff, I like to season the vegetables themselves, you know. Just a little bit of it, not a lot. And again, that's the Creole seasoning. And that first one I just used was the Maggi Pollo, the chicken bouillon. And I'm going to go in again with these same seasonings that I use for the chicken. Okay? Only difference is I am going to go in and add some minced garlic, you guys. I got to get a spoon for this. Let me wrap one of these. Okay, I'm going to add some of this minced garlic. I do have fresh garlic, but, you know, it's just something quick that I'm trying to do. Okay, and that's going to be it for that. Okay, and I'm just going to stir that around a bit. It smells good, doesn't it? It smells good, you guys. Alright, so we got those onions and garlic mixed in together, and it's smelling really good, and my timer says 4 minutes. So you guys, what I'm going to do at this point, alright, those onions are sauteed down really good. See that? That's nice, right? So we just gonna let them cook just a little bit longer. I'm gonna say maybe a total of 3 minutes, you guys. So I am gonna go ahead because that's gonna be cooking while my spinach here is going to go in, okay? So I'm going to add the spinach in. Get that water draining off. Okay? I'm just going to fill it up, you guys, as much as I can get in there. And I'll go back in and add more as it saute down. So, let me just wipe up my burner over here. Okay? Ooh, I smell that already. Smells delicious. Okay, so the spinach, while it's doing its thing, I am going to add a little bit more of this Maggi pollo, just a little bit, because I do want my spinach seasoned. Okay. I want it to have some flavor. Okay, so I'm going to add black pepper. Not a lot. Okay, I'm not going to add salt, you guys, because that Maggi pollo does have salt in it, okay? And we don't like a lot of salt. So, it is 2 minutes on my timer. So, I know this should be doing good. I can take a look at it at this point. See, it's not ready, you guys. You see that? It's definitely not ready, okay? So, I already know after that 2 minute mark, I'm going to let it go ahead and count down. And then I'll go in and add the other 3 minutes to it, okay? So, you guys, I got my spinach going here, and what I can do, actually, I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of this Worcestershire. I like Worcestershire. Add it to my sauteed spinach. It is delicious, you guys. Worcestershire just adds flavor to a lot of foods, okay? Now, you can use, like, this is yellow mustard. I just use yellow mustard, and it works fine. Trust me. And I don't use a lot, just a little squirt like you're going around in a circle, and that's it. Okay? So I'm going to continue to work with this spinach and let it cook down, you guys, and then I'll add some more time to this chicken, you guys. I won't keep you on for that process, and as the spinach wilt down, I will go ahead and add the remainder of the spinach to this skillet. Okay, you guys, I'll see you back in a minute. Hey, you guys, welcome back. Thank you, guys. I have gone over here and I have gotten the remainder. Here's one more piece. Remainder of this chicken, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it battered here real good. And you guys, I have cleaned this sink out, by the way. Okay, I cleaned this sink out and cleaned my colander. Now I just put the other bowl that had the remainder of the chicken in this one, so I know I won't be using that sink. Alright, so we got that already battered there, and I want to show you guys here how my spinach has wilted down, okay? And at this point, I am going to go on in and add the remainder of the spinach. Hopefully the remainder. Hopefully it'll all go ahead and fit in at this point. There's still a lot left. Okay? Alright, yes, that's going to be perfect. That's going to fit fine. Okay, awesome. Okay, so you can see I'm going to put that in this side. I'm not going to put that in the other side of the chicken. Alright, you guys. I got that done. So, at this point, I am going to add just a little bit of black pepper. Just for that layer. Not a lot. A couple shakes. And a little bit of this chicken bouillon. Just a couple shakes. Not a lot. Okay? So we got that going now. Alright, so that looks good. Now, when I'm done with the spinach, all I'm going to do is lay this on top, you guys, of the spinach itself. Or do you want it cooked down in there, babe? Do you want it to be softened, or do you want it just?
No, it's okay.
You like it like
Yeah.
that? It's fine. Because you can put it on over in there if you want to or whatever. But I'm just gonna kind of lay it on top. Okay, that was my timer for the chicken, you guys. So let's check this. Okay, that looks good, right? But guess what? It's not quite ready. I want that to be a little bit darker. Not much darker, but just a little bit darker, okay? So I'm gonna put that back in. Okay, and I may go like about 2 or 3 more minutes on that. Put my timer on. And I go about good 3 minutes. Okay, so you guys, while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the cornbread. You want fried cornbread, okay? So, I have here, I don't need this anymore. Push this back. This cutting board here. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do with this is just add a little bit of milk splattered all over me. Okay, you guys, but that's okay. I'm not going to edit it out. Because doesn't things like that happen sometimes when you're cooking? It most definitely does. But what I am going to do, though, just try and clean up my mess a little bit. Okay. Now, y'all hear that? That fryer has gotten much quieter. I don't know. Did you notice that, babe? Uh-huh. It got much quieter. And that's definitely a sign that your, whatever you're frying is ready, okay? All right. And my timer, it has 2 more minutes on it. So at this point, I am going to check it just to make certain. Yep, that looks mighty nice. Mighty nice. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I'm just going to let that hang out for a couple seconds, okay? Now, this is buttermilk corn meal. And I'm just going to eyeball this because, you know, my kids don't eat this, so I'm not making many of these fried cornbread patties, okay? Not going to make many at all. Now, I am going to turn on my hot water so that my water can go ahead and heat up here, okay? Alright, so I'm just going to turn this spinach a little bit. That smells so good. Now, with this spinach here, you don't have to let it cook all the way down. You don't want your greens showing like that necessarily, but you definitely want it to get in there and get nice and sauteed. So that looks good right now, but we need to let that cook a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and take this chicken out. All right, that looks really good today. And this water is hot enough at this point. So what I'm going to do, I don't measure, you guys. So at this point, I'm just going to run it under here a little bit and stir at the same time. And then I'm going to come off to the side. I'll have to come over and see if you can see me. And I just kind of stir it until it's mixed in good. Like I say, I don't measure. So maybe one day if somebody, you know, have a question or whatever, I can kind of do it or whatever and measure it and kind of give you a better idea of what it is, you know, as far as measurements are concerned. Because really right now I'm just kind of eyeballing it and I'm stirring it, you know. And right now it's still stiff. You see that? That's not what I want. I want it to be a little bit looser than that. Okay? So my spinach is cooking really good over there, okay? And my chicken here is still draining, and okay, just a little bit more. Add a little more water, not much. Like I say, I just add a little bit until I get it to looking like I want it to look. Rinse this off. It's just got those. Ooh, that meal on my dishcloth. I don't like that. Get that off. Ooh, this water is hot, y'all. I tell you what, it gets really, really hot. Okay, that's good. Okay. I'm going to go in here now at this point, and I'm going to pour this off here. I'm going to drain it off and pour it over into my pan. Okay, I have a few more pieces left. I'm going to go ahead and add them in. To this basket, and at this point all of these are going in. Because I'm almost done. This will be my last batch, you guys. I tell you what, you guys, it's nothing like having chicken fried in the deep fryer. It is absolutely divine. Okay? So, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put my timer on 10 minutes. Okay? And you guys, you know, it probably depends on the amount of pieces you put in as well. You know, of the chicken, because you don't want to necessarily overcrowd your fried egg, okay? So, I got my cornbread mixture ready there. So, what I'm going to have to do is get this spinach finished. And then I'm going to put the cornbread mixture on the same burner. Just because of the way my camera is set up, you guys, you won't be able to see the other side of my stove. So, I'm going to use this side. So, let me get this finished. And you guys, when we come back, maybe that chicken will be ready. Okay, you guys? And if it's not ready, then it'll be almost ready. Okay? So, as soon as the spinach is done cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start with my fried cornbread patties. Okay? I'll see you guys back in a few minutes. Hey you guys, I am back, okay? My chicken is still frying, you guys, and I have finished making up my my batter for the cornbread, fried cornbread, okay? I didn't do anything different to it. It's just, you know, with the water, that's it, okay? And that's about how I want it. You see that? How it's kind of dropping off like a little bit? That's what I like, all right? So, I'm going to just sit this off to the side for a second. And I'm going to show you the spinach here. Now, I know you can see it a little bit here, but I do, let me get something to put that on. Okay, I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to bring it on over to the middle here so you can see. Okay, now this is my spinach. Okay, this is finished, all right? Doesn't that look delicious, you guys? Now, at this point, you can go in and add your bacon on top. You can crumble the bacon on, I'm sorry, the hog jaw. It looks like bacon, doesn't it? That's what it essentially is, you guys. Okay? You can put it on top like that, or you can crumble it on top, or do whatever, okay? And for this meal, I'm just going to sit it on top like this. Okay? And that is my timer for the chicken. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and sit my cast iron skillet there. And I'm just going to use this little small one here. Because, like I said, we're only going to cook a few pieces of this, okay? So, I'm going to add in some oil. Just a little bit, you guys, to cover the bottom. Okay? Now, because my timer didn't go off, I am going to go ahead and check the chicken. Okay, this is looking good, you guys. But I am going to take my tongs here and just kind of try and toss it a little bit, just to kind of make sure that those other sides is cooking really good, you guys. And I'm going to let that hang out, you guys, for a couple minutes maybe. Probably not even quite, maybe 1 minute. Okay? And let that finish cooking. Okay, so I'm going to turn my burner. I have my large burner on, so I'm going to put it on small, you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and get this skillet heated up, right? Now, I'm working with cast iron. So I need to make sure I have my pot holder. Alright, so this is what I'm going to put the cornbread on. I can move this. Okay, that's heating up nice for you guys. We'll go ahead and get it crunk up so that we can go ahead and finish this video here. Turning these pieces here a little bit. Like I said, you know, I didn't put many of these pieces in here at this point. So I'm just kind of letting that hang out or what have you for a couple more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get this cornbread going. Okay, so you guys, my grease over here is heating up really nicely. Okay, and yeah, I got a little sizzle there when I put a little bit of that meal there in there. Okay, so before I get started on that, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to take this chicken out, you guys. I can go ahead and unplug it at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and excuse me 1 second, please.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you out. He was able to see. I'm trying to help you out. What's that?
All right, you guys. All right. Okay, this is the finished results of the fried chicken, you guys. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay. Ooh, my skillet over here is popping, popping, popping. So, oh yeah, I did turn it up. Let me turn it back down. All right, you guys. Okay, let me just turn it down a little bit and just kind of get this going. Okay, this is gonna pop, but it'll be okay. Because we're gonna go ahead and get this video done. I know my children are, you know, ready to eat their dinner here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I just spooned in like one of these teaspoons. And I'm gonna fry like 2 at a time. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go in on top of that and put another layer of that on there. I hope you guys can see what it is I'm doing. It's getting a little warm in here, you guys. That light is definitely hot. Okay. So, there we go, okay? I got 2 of those going, alright? So, we are finished with our chicken here. So at this point, I'm just gonna put the lid back on this, and I'll get that cleanup done. I was trying to, just in case you guys didn't get a good look at that, that is the end result of the fried chicken there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this back out of the way. And I'm going to continue on with this fried cornbread. I hope you guys can see this. Maybe, let me see if I can. My husband stepped away from the camera for a minute. Yeah, you guys can see that. That's good. Yeah. Okay. So I got the 2 pieces in there, okay? And I did turn it down, so I'm going to go ahead now because it's done cooled off a little bit, because I didn't want it to cook so fast to where, you know, it didn't cook, you know, all the way through. Because if you cook it too fast, then just the outside will get done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back up like I did. I had it like on 9, which is why it was popping so much. And then it was too hot, so I went on and turned it down to 3 so it kind of cooled down a little bit or what have you. And now that it's cooking like I need it to, I'm going to go ahead and put it back at 6 where I really want it at. Okay? Hope that made sense to you guys what I was trying to do there. How many of you guys like, you know, the fried cornbread patties? Now, we like them both ways, but I will cook these because it's so much quicker to prepare, especially because, you know, I'm working every day, so when I get home, you know, I want something quick or what have you to prepare for everyone. So this looking brown here, I'm gonna grab my cast iron skillet with my pot holder because it is hot, and I'm gonna go up under one of these to try and see if it's ready to turn. And it looks brown there, you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip this at that point. Okay, isn't that pretty? And I'm gonna do the same thing. Now what I like to do is tilt my skillet some so that all the oil goes to one side, and then when I flip it, it's not splattering up on me, if that kind of makes sense too. Okay, I hope you guys could see what I was doing. So really and truly, I probably could add a 3rd piece in here if I was to push that back or whatever, but I'm not. I'm just gonna let that do what it do. You guys, oh babe, we got more green tomatoes. What's that, 3, 5?
Yes.
5 more? Oh, okay. I'm just realizing that my husband actually has a garden, but your tomatoes aren't ready yet, correct?
Not yet.
Not yet, not quite. But I did see the eggplant coming up.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
They're gonna be plenty.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has a garden usually like every year, what have you, but he didn't plant a large one this time. Now, I won't say it's large because your gardens are usually small, right? Right. But this one is much smaller than what we normally do. Like, for example, how many tomato plants you got? About
3.
About 3
yeah.
Tomato plants this time? 3? Okay, 3 tomato plants this time. But normally, y'all, he usually have about
20.
Yeah, about 20 tomato plants. So you can see the difference in the amount that he normally prepare versus what he did this time. So, and I think you got what, about how many? 4?
6.
6 eggplant? 6 eggplant?
And about 6 pepper plants.
And 6 pepper plants. Okay. And he usually have more than that, you guys. But I tell you what, I would love for him to plant one year. I know he said, oh, okra. You know what I want. I want okra. He has another area that he can use for planting, but he's planted okra before, but it didn't do anything, right? That year? Yeah, it didn't do too much of anything. So hopefully we'll get that together and can get that, because I love having the fresh okra, you guys. And he usually gets me some every year though, because he know people that garden as well, and he'll usually you know, get me some. So I really, you know, do enjoy that. Okay, you guys. So at this point, I'm gonna get ready to take this out. Okay. Let's see what it look like here on this other side. I know this side is good, but let's look at this side. That's good. Okay, this is good. So I'm gonna leave that there. So if that's good, I know this one is good. Okay. So, all right. So at this point, I'm gonna go in with my next batch. Like I say, I don't make many of these because my children aren't eating this, and it's just me and my husband gotta eat this. And what I do again, I usually put some, like enough for two. I do 2 spoonfuls of this, and then I let it cook just for a few seconds, and then I go and layer it on top with another spoonful. Just like that, you guys. Okay. Now, I won't keep you guys on while this finished cooking, but I will bring you guys back once it's done so you can see the finished product. Okay, you guys, I'll meet you back in a minute. All right, you guys, I'm back. Okay, this is the finished product, you guys, of the fried chicken, spinach with onions, and the fried cornbread. Okay, you guys, I just want to come back on to show you guys the finished product, and my family is ready to dig in, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video, you guys. Please, you guys, like my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and you guys, please share it out, please. Thank you so much, and we will see you guys next time.